in the living room of his $5.2 million mansion. And he goes, Gus, Milo wants Liquid OnlyFans, and I want you to help me run up a bag.
It's gotta be close to 8 figures, if not. Started from the bottom, setters to closers, to now printing multiple M's a year.
Alright, what's up guys? So we are back with a very, very special video today. You can't tell already, we have Mr. Gerard Zukowski in the fucking cut. I'll let him give a quick introduction, but before I do that, I just want to let you guys know this is the sales manager, my business partner, and we've collectively helped generate over $10 million in cash revenue generated in the last 2 years. So we're going to give you guys our entire story, how we met. We have a pretty sick story, being a setter and closer relationship now, running the biggest offers in the entire space. So I'll let you go ahead and give an introduction, my brother.
Oh, of course, man. Yeah. Listen, you couldn't have said it better. My name's Gerard, and I've been working with Gus now for 2 fucking years. I wasn't always a sales manager, but now we pretty much started from the bottom, bro. From setters to closers to now running multiple teams at a time, printing multiple M's a year, hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, and bro, it's been a fucking journey. And yeah, there's been a lot that has happened on the way, but very blessed, very thankful. I wouldn't rather do anything else outside that.
So guys, my intention for this video is pretty simple. I really just want you guys to understand more of the lore between us. Gerard's more behind the scenes than myself. I'm like the guy on the YouTube camera and making videos, etc. But I wanted to share his limelight, and bro, we have a lot of stories, a lot of experience that we can share, and if you're watching this video, you better be taking some fucking notes because we ran up a bag and we want to share the sauce. So I guess we'll just start off by breaking down how we firstly met.
Yeah. No, we first met on fucking Zoom. A high ticket offer, right? It was my first job out of college.
Yeah.
Just finished a 4-year degree, ran shit the fuck up while I was in school.
You had like a crazy party life in college.
Yeah, no, we definitely had a great time in college, right? But I made it worth it, right? I had good intention. I had crazy aspirations. And despite going through and getting a degree, my first job out of school was being a high-ticket fucking setter. Yeah. I didn't even know what high-ticket sales was, and I was in high-ticket sales. It's actually kind of retarded.
So why did you decide to get into sales?
Bro, like, I knew ever since I was in high school that I wanted to get rich. And I think we can all agree that we can either... You could be a hard worker and work 60 hours a week.
Yeah.
But if you're not in the right vehicle, what are you doing? You're going to be capped forever. I never wanted to be capped. I wanted to be rich at a young age, put hard work in and get rewarded for it. So, like, that was my intention during school. I literally went to school partially to learn fucking sales, which is something that not a lot of people do whatsoever.
Yeah. So, fast forward, you finished college.
Yep.
We met on a high-ticket sales offer. So, it's crazy that's how this all kind of comes into place, because for me, in my journey, I was 18 years old. This is when I wasn't making the money I wanted to be making. This is when I started to realize that sales is an essential skill set, and all of the people around me that were in positions I wanted to be in were in sales. And I found out that I didn't have to go work as a car salesman. I could be on my computer taking Zoom calls, making tens of thousands of dollars a month. So this is the point in my career, so to speak, where I was looking for different offers. So I ended up like having 5 of the top offers in the space that I was able to choose from because of the way that I was able to present myself to these offer owners. Like, a lot of people are like, how do I get a high ticket role? How do I land a job? It was the way I was all able to carry myself. And I applied for a closing role for a funding offer. Shout out Andrew and Bessie. He's the GOAT. He was the one who had $1 million a month business credit funding offer that me and Gerard ended up working on.
Insane.
So I got the closing role, and if you want to tell them the story, I think this is like pretty funny to share.
100%. Yeah, just for some context, like the way that you were even able to land that role is you invested in yourself.
Yeah, I did.
You found a mentor, and that mentor not only taught you more about sales than you already knew, but also pointed you in the right direction in how to find and land a Grand Slam offer. Which is so important. And that's how most people actually end up figuring it out in this space. And my come up was a little different, right? I fucking found that job on LinkedIn. You know what I mean? Like, I went to school, I was going to go the professional route, corporate route. And I just happened to run into a few online sales companies in LinkedIn. So the long story short is after applying for 200 jobs after school, I chose the funding offer because I like finance, I like sales, and I knew I could run it the fuck up. And I wanted to be a closer.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's what sounded attractive. I was like, I just finished a 4-year degree. I've had multiple years of sales experience before then, but not like online, like locally. You know, I used to go door-to-door businesses trying to sell them advertisements for a radio station. Right, that kind of thing. So I thought I had it all figured out, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to come in here and run up an ad. Man, I was so fucking clueless on what I was getting myself into because when I first applied, I really wanted to be a closer. I really liked this company, and they're like, we don't think you'd be a good closer yet, but we think you'd run it up as a setter.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what, fuck it. I need a job. I was in severe credit card debt after college, and I liked this one. I was like, this is the one. And I started as a setter. And then 2 or 3 days later, you know, I hop on the daily company meeting after, like, you know, things are going well. And this fucking motherfucker named Gus Nagel, who was 18, 19 years old at the time, like, fresh, young kid, like, fucking so fresh. Like, the biggest smile on his fucking face, ready to run it up.
Big smile, bro.
And he got the job above me as a fucking closer. And that, like... that fucking changed so much in my brain because I was pissed.
Yeah, I would be pissed too, bro. I genuinely would be pissed.
I just invested $50,000 in a 4-year degree, had so much experience. Like, I had built my whole life to this moment. I was 21 at the time.
Yeah.
Just turned 21 or 22 almost. And I was so confused on how this 19-year-old who has never been on an offer before.
First ever closing offer, by the way. Like, 0 high-ticket experience. Got the closing role.
Yeah, it blew my fucking mind. And I was so confused. I got off that daily company meeting like, what am I doing? What the fuck? Why?
Yeah.
Right? And then shortly after that, you actually called me on Discord. And you're like, hey, bro, I'm just connecting with all the setters. You know, eventually I'm going to have to get one. I want to figure out, you know, I'm just getting to know everyone. And I think we just, like, clicked, like, immediately.
Yeah, actually we did click. It was the first call we had. Our intentions of being on this offer were so aligned. Like, most people on offers, when they get in a sales job, they're there to make money. I don't know what it was for me, but bro, I severely had this burning desire to make a lot of fucking money. 100%. And I think that's what we aligned on so quickly. And fast forward, like, just to give you some context before we fast forward, I was living in my parents' house at the time.
Yeah, I was in a frat house.
Yeah, where were you living at?
I was literally in like a college frat house, right? Like, there were rats running around my kitchen at the time of when I first started working on that offer. That offer changed everything, I'll tell you that. Yeah,
so we were both in, like, very vulnerable positions, and we both needed to make this work, or there was literally no other option. So we had that in common, and long story short, I had the opportunity to choose who I wanted to have my setter as, and I chose Gerard.
Yeah.
Alright? So me and Gerard decided to fucking lock our hands together.
Tore it up.
We tore that shit up. Like, when I tell you guys we tore it up, the first month that we were working together, I collected like $180,000 in cash. At 18, 19 years old, made like more than 10 grand my first month as a closer. And during that process, what was your best month as a setter?
I mean, bro,
like as like actual like production phone setter.
Straight production phone setter. It was October of 2024. I made 12 grand.
12 grand as a setter. That's insane.
Insane. And something I want to say before we get too ahead of ourselves is that, like, in that moment when we first had that call is when I realized that I personally had so much more to learn.
Right.
And that's such a big thing, because even now I still see motherfuckers that are 15, 16, 17 years old that make more money than me. Right? And at first it was like a big ego thing, but being able to cut your ego and accept that, you know, these people do know. But yeah, regardless, like, October of 2024 is really when I realized that, like, okay, like, we have something here that people would kill for.
Yeah, we had a relationship that, like, was like no other, and during that time frame, it was how many months we, like, actually worked together as, like, a closer?
July, August, September, October. This was our 4th month together.
Yeah. Well, like, no. How long that we were, like, working as closer setter pair together?
July, August, September, October, November, December, January, And then I moved into sales management either the 7th or 8th month in. So we worked together for about 7.5, 8 months. A little under a year.
Within a matter of 6 months, guys, I collected over $1 million in cash collected. I have a whole plaque on my wall that I could show you in another vlog or video to prove it. So if he was making 12 grand a month as a setter, you can't even imagine what I was making.
Yeah.
So we had this synergy going, okay? We were top dogs, top producers, like we were out competing absolutely everybody. We were the youngest hustlers on the squad. And is there anything else we could share about that like journey together?
I mean, bro, like, we just learned so much.
Oh yeah, by the way, the offer we were working on was $1 million a month offer.
Yeah.
The fulfillment was dialed, ads were dialed, sales was dialed. So like during that process, like most people that get into growth operating or like start their own agency have never seen what $1 million a month offer looks like in the operation.
It's true.
We had the opportunity to literally be in the flesh of $1 million a month
In
offer.
producing for that offer.
Yeah, and actually being a top producer there. So we got to see the systems, the actual ads, like how the whole funnel was set up from like the consumer to like getting in the sales process. So that's taught us a lot. I think that that's the foundation that we even use now. Like when we build our sales teams, like we put ourselves in the shoes as if we were closing or setting on the ground floor with these reps.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to. And the thing is like over the course of the 8 months we worked together, I learned so much about sales. I thought I was amazing at sales. I didn't know jack shit and fuck all is what I learned. And like your progression as well from going from where you're at to what we were eventually able to do. I mean, bro, you're closing $50,000 deals.
Yeah, now we're doing that now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right? And we're teaching people how to do that, which is incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Let's talk about us going from this like closer setter dynamic duo to like the next transition for you. Because what ended up happening is Gerard got the opportunity to be the setter manager on this big off we were running, and I was still a closer. So do you want to explain like that progression there?
Yeah, pretty much. Like there's a few different ways I could have gone from there, right? I could have went and became a closer myself, and I actually was offered that after our amazing month of October. But I was making more as a setter than some of those other motherfuckers that were closing were making.
It's true.
Which was insane. And that's not the reason I didn't do it. What I saw was an opportunity
to be a leader.
To be a leader even more, right? Because I had seen the person that was managing the setters now.
Oh, they were dickhead. Fucking like
they didn't know what they were doing, bro.
Completely retarded.
Yeah, they didn't know what they were doing. They got in that position because of like a connection, right? Not because they were actually good at it. And that person was leaving anyways in a few months, right? For personal reasons. So I saw that opportunity, and I mean, bro, not only was I just the top setter, knew what the fuck was going on, but I was good at teaching other people how to do it. The way that they were onboarding people at this company was, okay, you meet with the sales manager once, you fill out like, you watch a few videos, and then go talk to Gerard and shadow him for a few hours.
That was like the onboarding.
That was the onboarding too. And I was doing that while I was a setter. So just some advice to you guys, if you ever want to grow within a position, start doing the things that you would do in that next position without expecting anything. Right? Like I was training
overachievers that get the next opportunity. Like when the big boss comes in the little boss and says, yo, we need to like do more things, who's our next guy? It's the person who's always overachieving that gets those opportunities. And that was what he was.
Exactly. So what I did is I just pretty much leveraged my skills, my resources, and everything I could to land that fucking promotion. And then I started training all the setters about 7 or 8 months into us working together, and parted ways. I gave him a new setter, turned him into a fucking monster, and then what happened on your end?
Okay, so I want to mention a couple things. There is a bunch of byproducts that came from all of this that we're talking about. Number one, we got to move to Miami.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Holy shit.
That was
Holy
crazy.
Shit. We live in the same building here, guys. You have to understand. I was the first person out of the whole organization, because the guy we were working with was like promising the whole sales team, yo, we're going to open up an office here. We're going to transition everyone to Miami. And I was like, great, Miami, let's fucking do it. So I was the first person to jump. I was like, I don't care. I'm 19 years old. I have the bank statements to get my lease here. I was 19 years old and they gave me a $4,000 a month apartment lease. Who does that? Okay?
No cosigner.
No cosigner. All by myself. I come out to Miami. 2 months later, Gerard pulls up.
Yeah.
Because we're making all this money, we are able to leave our parents' house, leave a fucking college frat house with rats in it, to Miami. And I'm going to be real with you guys. Getting out of my hometown was the best decision I've ever made for myself.
100%.
Like, being selfish was the best decision I've ever made. And that's like the one byproduct. The second byproduct was we played, like, low-key the politics game.
Oh, 100%.
Like, the guy we were working with, keep in mind, this guy has made $40 million to date with his info product. So he's, like, mega successful with
so smart.
Like, he's a very smart guy. You can look him up, Andrew and Bessie. He was one of our mentors, and he had a really sick yacht. Like, it was like I think it was like 70-foot azimuth, 72-foot azimuth here in Fort Lauderdale. We had the opportunity, now that we were in Miami, to go work on the boat, to go meet his friends, and grow and be in a better environment. So those are all the byproducts. Like, when you go all in on one team, that's the byproduct that you can result. So I just wanted to mention that. But for me, as a closer, it was interesting because, like, I always knew that, like, closing was going to be like a stepping stone. I already had in the back of my mind that I wanted to use closing as like a stepping stone for me. I wanted to use the skill sets and the credibility and the reputation I was able to build through closing and my proof and go into a higher leverage business model. Okay? So that was always in the back of my mind. So during like month 9, 10 of me closing, I started to think about how can I hit the next revenue ceiling? Because at this point I was making consistent 20, 30K months with some really crazy upsells as well, which kind of made it even juicier for us. But I was just like so keen on like what's like that next revenue threshold for me. And I came across some different opportunities. I found out that like I could open up my own agency, Global Ventures, and do what I'm already doing, being a closer, sales management, like all the skill sets I've accumulated after investing hundreds of thousands of dollars in personal development, running, being on $1 million a month offer, seeing how it runs and operates. I could take the same skill sets and instead of making 10% of what I close, I could go ahead and make 10, 20, 30% of what the whole fucking team closes. So during my time as a closer, I was already out and about trying to get other clients. So before I like fully transitioned out of closing, I already had 1 or 2 clients that were already paying me like 5 to 10K a month to like prove the concept before I just like left sales 100%. In general. And that's when you like really went all in on sales management and like got to understand how to actually run a sales team.
Yeah, you had to, because, pretty much what happened was, like, when I got promoted to be the setter manager, I had to learn how to manage people, right? And
that's a way different skill set.
It's completely different, because you can understand sales, but do you understand how to manage people?
Yeah.
Right? Like, more often than not, you almost feel like a therapist to setters, too. It's not, these guys are brand new, so my favorite thing was being able to take someone from the ground zero to making a fuck ton of money.
It's like molding them into who you want them to be.
Exactly. One of my favorite case studies for this was our good friend Vlad. Shout out Vlad if you're watching this one, bro. But literally I was so proud of him because he wanted to learn so much, but from that I learned how to take someone who wasn't making jack shit and fuck all, had literally almost no sales experience.
Yeah.
To where his top month was I think he fucking beat me. I think he hit like
14,000 working with me, like.
Yes.
Gerard placed this kid Vlad to come be my setter.
Yeah.
And he made even more than Gerard in his like 5th month or whatever.
100%. So it went from just setting management to where I got the opportunity, as Gus said, playing politics, to where I was able to take over the sales management position because I was here in person hustling, making shit
Exactly.
work, right? I would not have been able to do that if I was just online.
No.
But about 5-6 months into being the setter manager, I got promoted to be the sales manager, where I then had to force myself to learn how to close deals, right? So I always had been able to close deals and like understood, but had never really had to learn how to do it.
Yeah.
So I had to put myself in the position to where I could teach other people how to close. Yeah, and that was a fucking adventure, figuring that out from the ground up. I'm so thankful that it happened that way.
Yeah, I mean, long story short, like, we had pretty aligned intentions. We ran up a bag. We learned a lot. How much cash would you say we've generated on that offer alone, like, together?
I mean, bro, just like, from your production alone, it was
millions.
Well over multiple M's, right? Like,
it was at least like 3 mil.
That's what I'm saying, and that's just from your production alone. Counting from what I was able to do as well after managing that offer for a year and a half, I believe I managed that offer total. I mean, it's got to be close to 8 figures, if not more.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's pretty accurate. Like, and that's being very fucking conservative.
And yeah, that's the thing. Like, when we first came onto that offer, it was already doing $1 million a month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and when we were in production, like you said, probably 2 to 3 million. And even after you left, it's not like we slowed down.
Yeah.
Like, I was still consistently teaching people how to make money and changing lives with this offer. Changed so many lives because of it.
Yeah, like, I feel like this offer we worked on was like a stepping stone for a lot of people.
It was.
And it's funny because it's crazy because Gerard first-handedly witnessed me quitting my $30,000 a month income to go to zero, by the way. And that's the scariest thing about being a sales rep is when you stop producing, everything stops. Income stops, everything goes away. So, you guys would not believe this shit. 4 hours after I quit my sales job, Owen Lynch calls me. And he's like, yo, Gus, come pull up to the crib. I want to talk info. So, I've never told this on social media before, but you guys are getting first-hand look at this. I go to Owen's house like in October.
I say it was fall time.
Yeah, it was like fall of like 2025. Okay, and me and Owen are sitting down, and he goes, "Gus, Camilla wants to quit OnlyFans. I see what you're doing with info. I see your production. I see, the results you're getting." And me and Owen go way back. We met at a fucking Woodward skate camp when we were like 10 years old. So like, I had a little bit of lore, but my results got me in the door of this opportunity. So I'm sitting there in the living room of his $5.2 million mansion, and he goes, "Gus, like, Camilla wants to quit OnlyFans, and I want you to help me run up a bag with an info product." He said, "You want to be part of it?" I said, "Fuck yeah, sign me up, buddy."
Let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen. Don't even, say less. So 4 hours after I quit my sales job, I got that opportunity. And it's crazy because all of the clients I had at the time, I had to drop all of them. Like, I literally had to stop making money for 3 months, guys. 3 months I had zero income. Not zero, but like...
I mean, going from 30 grand a month?
Yeah, pretty much like nothing. Like,
zero fucking income.
Compared to 30K a month, like, it was like maybe like 5K a month.
Yeah.
Is what I was making. And I did that because I went all in on this launch. And we're going to get to it because Gerard was very, very involved with that. But after I left, what ended up happening with that offer you were working on?
Pretty much, like, after you left, I just continued to run it up, right? I honed in my skills in learning how to be an amazing sales manager.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I truly believe that I am one of the best people to do it in the game, not just because of what I know, but the way that I ingrain myself into these sales reps' lives, right? And that's what I started to work on while you were doing what you were doing. I was still running up a bag with that offer, teaching people sales and how to make money on that offer.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you were still ripping it. And, like, I always had it in the back of my mind. Because, bro, it's funny that we bring this like, podcast to life, because there would be times, way before I got the opportunity to work with Camilla and Owen, me and Gerard would, like, sit down after, like, a night out. We'd go out in Miami and, like, get lit and, like, be fun. And, like, we'd come back and be like, yo, bro, like, I don't know when it's gonna happen, but at some point, like, we're gonna collide paths and
100%.
do our own thing and figure it out. And that's exactly what happened. So from October to December, I was solo. I spent 3 months literally pouring my heart, sweat, tears, and soul into the Becoming Her offer. And I think that's why I became so successful, is because of all of the planning we did. We spent 3 months, over $50,000 into the whole development of the launch. I had 12 closers, 18 setters hired. And it was just fucking me. And I was like, okay, I built like genuinely the Avengers team.
It was insane. It was insane. I have never seen like a team like that for a fresh like that was insane. 18 fucking setters.
Yeah, okay,
Ridiculous.
so just to give you guys more context, I could not tell a soul. Because the hardest part about the whole launch wasn't even like the system and the funnel and the content and like that was all very difficult. But the hardest part of all of it was finding the Avengers team.
Yeah.
And the craziest part about the whole story is I couldn't tell a single soul who the creator was, what we're doing, what we're selling. I had to bring hundreds of people to a group interview, have them all sign an NDA before I could even tell them the name of the creator, who we're doing it with, and what we're selling. And I had people sign NDAs, jump on calls with me. I had them completely sold. All I had to tell them was this is going to be the biggest info launch of 2026. You need to be a part of it. And everyone was down. Like, they believed in me. And I think I'm really good at selling that vision. But a week before the launch. No, wait. Was it the day after
It was
launch?
January 2nd.
Oh, wow.
Because, bro, like, obviously
I
when
didn't remember that. It's crazy.
when you launched Becoming Her, you guys gotta understand, they fucking absolutely destroyed the site, right? Like, there were, I think in 24 hours, 35,000 leads, and you would have had more if the site didn't break. Like,
Yeah.
probably closer to 100,000, because that girl she was massive, and the way that you guys built up the hype for that launch
Yeah.
was perfect.
Yeah, it was great.
It was perfect. So, literally, bro, it was like January 2nd after the first day. You guys have already collected over 6 fucking figures. And, like, you called me with Owen Lynch. And, like,
Yeah.
truthfully, bro, like, there was so much going on. There were 35,000 leads, 18 setters, a dozen closers, and only one person managing them. And
Yeah.
I was already very proficient in running a high-ticket team. And I was one of the best in the space to do it, so it was kind of like a bat signal. I had no intention on leaving that offer that I was on.
Yeah.
I fully was, like, prepared to run that shit up for multiple months, if not years.
Until, like, it went to the ground.
Exactly. I was willing to die with that offer. Literally, like, I got the call, I think it was at, like, noon at 1 o'clock that day. And not even 3 or 4 hours later, I had to make the decision, drop everything.
Yeah, literally.
Literally, like, same day. Changed everything, like, out of nowhere. You know, it was just when an opportunity arises, you got to take that risk. I didn't know what I was getting myself into fully, but
Yeah.
very.
But Gerard, through the process and the lore that we built, he built trust in me and
Exactly.
believed that I would figure it out the right way. And he kind of knew it was up.
Yeah, I mean, we were hanging out like all the time still, right?
Yeah.
Because we live in the same building, so he would still come to me with things, and I'd be like, yeah, this makes sense, because obviously we know what's going on. So it wasn't like I was completely caught off guard. Like, we had conversations about how we wanted to work together.
Right.
It was just the timing.
Yeah.
Right? It was like, holy shit, January 2nd.
I should have let you know a little bit sooner.
No, it was perfect the way it happened, because you didn't no one intended it to go the way it did.
Yeah.
So he just pretty much needed help managing fucking half the team. I mean, he had 30 people under him.
Yeah.
So I was able to.
So I was in
out.
I was in Breckenridge, Colorado for the launch. Like, this is, and I'm gonna do a whole complete separate video on this for you guys. Like, if you want to like see how we did the whole launch, but the intention is like Gerard and us here. But the lore is in the launch. But pretty much, like, I was in Breckenridge, Colorado. We launched January 1st at midnight, and we had 35,000 applications come through. Over 6 figures in cash collected before I even woke up. And the truth is, I was so, like, overwhelmed with everything. I didn't know what to do. Like, the closers didn't know what to do. The setters didn't know what to do. It was like a whole shit show, okay?
Yeah.
And no matter how much planning we did, like, no one could prepare for that amount of, like volume in a day. So
There's not enough setters in the world to call 35,000 fucking leads
yeah,
in a day.
yeah, unless you have AI, which we're doing.
Different
No.
story.
But pretty much, yeah, second day we called Gerard because I was selling Owen. You were going to give up.
I was making good money with
Yeah.
with the other offer. You gotta understand, like, we were still doing pretty well, and they took very good care of me.
Yeah, it was
Right.
a tough decision.
It was
we
hard.
had to make it sweet.
I had to make it worth it, and like I saw the vision, and obviously like very thankful it happened the way it did.
Yeah. Okay, so second day of the launch, this is like the craziest part of everything. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know because everyone's virtual. Like when you run a high ticket sales team, everything's virtual. So the whole sales team was virtual, everything was virtual. And it's actually crazy because Andrew was the one who told me about this.
Yeah.
He said, Gus, whatever you do next, because I called him the night after the launch. And I was
Yeah.
like, brother, like, shit's going crazy. He said, Gus, whatever you have to do, bro, you need to get everybody to an Airbnb
Yep.
in Miami, and you need to hold everybody accountable for 2 weeks in person, IRL. It'll be the best investment you would have made. And he was so damn right.
He was very right.
I convinced Owen to put $10,000 on the credit card. Bro, we need to put 10 grand down right now for an Airbnb. We flew out all of the top producers to Miami for 2 weeks straight.
Yeah.
This was one of the best 2 weeks of my life.
It was amazing.
It was sick.
It was like the fast pacedness of it. Let me tell you, January 1st, like starting, you know, my job at that time, and then not even 36 hours later, being in that Airbnb.
It was motion.
It was insane.
It was hella motion.
insane. And that was one of the best things, man. Like getting all those reps in person, best decision we made.
Yeah, that was like one of the most pivotal moments of the whole offer. If we didn't make that decision, who knows where it would have went. But we made the decision. We had everyone in person. Me and Gerard literally stayed in the villa.
Yeah.
While everyone was working. And we ran daily meetings. Camilla and Owen showed up. If we got a fat fucking day, we'd had Owen bring his SVJ to the Airbnb
Yep.
and like take sales reps for rides and shit. Like it was dope. Man, but there's so much that we learned from that. But like during that process, like in that month, we collected over 7 figures in cash, and it was definitely one for the history books. Everybody and their mom knew about the launch. Like everybody knew about it. We had a streak on fan basis actually for 7 days. We were number 1 on fan basis for 7 days in a row in cash collected. Pretty juicy, pretty nice. But bro, like there's a lot to talk about. But like, what were like some of the biggest takeaways and like learning lessons that we had from that offer? You'd say.
Oh man, one, positioning, right? How to really position offers, like
Yeah.
especially coming from like a sales management background, I never really thought about it that way, and how much like just from the positioning of how you're offering it down to the setters and how that changes those conversations is absolutely insane. How to manage people on a completely different level, like different kinds of people. Because before I was running a team of about a dozen people, but going from a dozen to 30 and doing it efficiently, whole different story. And we needed more reps. Speed hiring. I dialed in my interview process.
We made sure that everything was dialed. Like we were able to onboard reps within a matter of like less than 24 hours. Like
Yeah.
And this goes out for all the off-roaders watching. Like there is shit that nobody in the world would be able to experience that we were able to learn from this process. Like I'm telling you the truth right now. I could whip up any offer right now. Any offer.
Yep.
And I would be able to do and duplicate everything over again. Like, you give me the right creator, right personal brand, even right ad strategy, we position the offer the correct way, we get the right sales team in place, we could duplicate this.
100%.
We could duplicate for sure. But for me, the biggest takeaway was like the systems part of it. Like, we would hire sales reps, and people would come in and they'd be like, holy shit.
That was easy.
Your system is like, wow, like
Yeah.
I've never had a system like this before. How come everybody's is not like this? You know? And like again, we positioned the offer as if we were on the sales floor
Yes.
ourselves. Like I was thinking about it in the perspective of the sales rep, because they're the ones making us the money. So I thought about it. If I was a closer here, how would I want the CRM set up? How would I want text blasts and email sequences and pre-call automations to go sent out? How would I want the funnel to look like? You know, to feel confident prospects are getting pre-qualified and warmed up to jump on a sales call and close. When I want financing, hell yeah, all of that stuff, bro. So I was able to like actually operate as a real business owner, and I'm very proud to say that like I was a legit partner in the launch. Like I could literally log into my bank account and the Becoming Her checking account is on my Chase app.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a different level of like, oh no, I'm just a growth operator. Like no, I actually was an owner in this bitch.
And that's the thing. Like last thing I'll say about like from that launch specifically, you gotta understand like from going from the offer that we were on, like it was a very like close, tight net offer.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people knew about it. You had to really like specifically stumble across it, right? It wasn't like just another high ticket offer.
Yeah.
Going from that to Camilla's launch, it opened up our network and our world so much more.
Oh, bro, yeah.
I was able to learn so much more about sales. I was
Yeah.
able to learn so much more about this industry and really just understand. Biggest thing was I did hundreds of interviews. One of the biggest things, I did hundreds of interviews in the last 6 months, and I'm still doing interviews every fucking day.
Yeah.
And it was just able to see why sales reps are leaving other companies, right? It's something I ask all the fucking time is, why did you want to leave your other offer, right? And just being able to understand and even being able to have those interviews because the offer we were running, asking those questions to those people, just seeing the industry as a whole, so eye-opening.
Bro, yeah,
So
I got so much aura from the launch. Like,
Yeah.
you guys probably watch these videos and like, damn, like he's really him.
Yeah.
And like I own that shit. Like, I'm selfish. Like I'm gonna own that all day long. You guys should too. So, yeah, bro, we've hired hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of sales reps at this point.
Oh yeah,
Hundreds.
Interviews all the fucking time. Still to this day. Always got to be looking for more people. Even if I'm not hiring, it's still worth talking to people. Because you never know. You could find your next killer. And that's the thing, like, even now to this day, I'm still doing interviews. Like, even if I'm not specifically trying to hire someone for a specific role, you never know. There's some hungry motherfucker out there where if it's the right person, we'll make a role. We'll make a fucking role to make it work. So, regardless, if any of you guys are looking for positions, like, definitely hit me up on
Instagram.
Yeah, for sure. Him as well.
Yeah, I'll drop in the description. I'll put Gerard's Instagram and myself. And as a side note, like if you are a young hustler and you are like maybe a guy or a girl that like wants to be on Grand Slam offers and like actually learn the playbook that we use to go from living in our parents' houses and college frat houses to like actually now living our dream life. This is for sales reps specifically. There's a free Discord in the description. It's completely free. It's called Global Ventures. We put it together. It has all of the resources we use for all of our sales reps, the placement portal, like everything you need to become a dope. Camilla's offer was like just the first leg of our agency. Global Ventures was like low-key stemmed off of like the Camilla launch. But with that, we were able to show what we could really do. And we finally had an opportunity to show people the results we could get. That was the big thing for me. Like I always like believed in myself, like wholeheartedly I was going to be something or do something big, but I never had the actual opportunity to prove it. And I feel like this opportunity was, and I was able to prove that. But like Camilla's offer was just like one leg of our agency. We now run even like her boyfriend Owen, like one of my really, really good friends, Owen Lynch. We're running up multiple 6-figure offers right now. And that's like low-key what's next for us is like, we want to work with really great people who want to make a lot of money in info, who want to scale their offers. And we're hiring sales reps literally every single day. Like right now, we just finished the day with like over $20,000 in cash collected for all the offers we run. So again, Camilla's offer was like just one leg of our business, but our agency GGV is our nickname for it.
Yeah.
We're really looking to scale this bad boy.
Dude, like, I just see the opportunity. We have personally changed dozens of lives, not just from our time working together back on that first offer, but for Camilla's launch alone. So many lives have been changed, and I am so confident that we can continue to do that as time goes on with not just offer owners, but sales reps. Because there is so much opportunity in this space. You just need to know how to seize it.
Yeah, so we've learned a lot, like just working with Camilla and Owen's offers, like our main case studies, I guess you could call it. But, you know, our agency is genuinely looking to partner with the best in the space. Like, I think extremely big. I was just at the Porsche Design Tower today, sitting at a meeting with people that sold their businesses for literally hundreds of millions of dollars. So info is one part of the game in my head, but while I'm in this game, I want to work with the best. So if you're an offer owner doing 20 to 40K a month and you want to take it to the next level and like work with me and Gerard to personally come in and, you know, blow up your team, or if you're an operator and you want to actually license out the systems that we use to scale these 6 and 7-figure offers, there's a link down below where you can apply to work with us directly one-on-one. And if it's a good fit, then we'll talk to you and see what we can do. But that's pretty much it. Like, I don't really have anything else to share. I think we kind of went through a lot. And you guys finally got to meet the man, the myth, the legend himself, Gerard. He's going to be behind the scenes. Maybe we'll pop out, do another video here soon. You'll be in the vlogs, of course. But
It's been real,
brother. Where can people find you on Instagram?
At GZuko, Z-U-K-O. So my name's Gerard, Gerard, Zukowski, Z-U-K-O-S-K-I. So sales reps, if you're looking to change your life, DM me. I got people hitting me up all the time. And if I can't change your life today, I'll at least point you in the right direction.
Well, yeah, if you guys like this episode and you want to see some more content like this, what do they got to do?
Dude, fucking like, comment, subscribe. Come
Sub
on,
to the
man.
channel, guys. We just hit 1,000 subs.
Congrats.
Yeah, I
That's
appreciate that.
massive.
My goal this year is I want to get to at least 5,000 subs by the end of the year, which I think we can hit it, guys. So send this to one of your friends or family that think they, you know, if you think they would get some value from this. You can obviously follow me on Instagram at gus.nagel. And yeah, guys, we have some pretty banger videos coming out soon. So the next video coming out is going to be the Becoming Her case study video. I'm going to be walking you guys through absolutely everything, what we did for the launch, like all the nitty gritty. So if you want me to send that over to you personally, comment down below, Becoming Her, and we'll make sure you get the notification for it. Other than that, see you in the fucking next one, guys. Peace.